So, what's up my peeps? MatrixNative here. Today's video, another build for you. Not really a history, just barely had time to even get this build out. However, I'm going to start role-playing a little more as far as like forestry service and such in the Ghost Wildlands. So, I thought, what better way than to start out with this build here. I give you the Smokejumper. Now, this is going to be the heavy Smokejumper. We also have a reconnaissance Smokejumper that basically stays on the ground a lot more than our airborne Smokejumpers. Again, heavy means we got more protection from the fire. We carry a little less gear actually as far as weaponry, because we will have operators jumping with us when we actually are designated in Bolivia to put out a wildfire. So with that being said, my peeps, I hope you enjoy this build. I'll get back on with military builds. So operators, I have a question for you and I want you to sound off in the comments. Would you rather see more builds with no histories or less builds with more of the history included with the build? Because my peeps, quite frankly, I don't have time to do 3 or 4 builds a week with the history. So let me know in the comments, and whatever you guys decide is what I'm gonna do. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's build. I give you the heavy Smokejumper. Enjoy, my peeps.
This is Star, Seat out. Star copies all, go ahead. Message to observer, Alpha 3 rounds, AT delay in effect, 3 guns. Bravo, 2 rounds, 2 guns, smoke on the deck.
So my peeps, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit the back R select button. Go ahead, RB over twice, double tap the Y, and here we are. So we're going to start with head. Today, no facial hair. There's no regulations against it. Actually, quite a few Smokejumpers do actually have beards. But keeping with my style and what I do and what I know best, I'm going to go ahead and keep it clean shaven. Show a little discipline getting up every morning and shaving that motherfucking mug. So, clean shaven it is. I'm going to go ahead, throw on the Warhawk hair color brown facial detail. And with this build, it actually does fit. We're going to go with the facial burn on the left side. Body details, facial paint, we're going with the Tropic Lightning today. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. We're going with this specific camouflage set. So go ahead, Tropic Lightning. Again, guys, want to remind you that this is a heavy Smokejumper build. Roger that. I'm going to have probably out tomorrow or the next day, at the very minimum, I am going to have a reconnaissance Smokejumper build. So, just want to remind you of that before I get on with my tattoos. Of course, right arm, who protects me at all times? Little Santa Maria. Left arm, of course, mi familia, which that is just about perfect for mi familia. Clothes, let's get into it. Tops, long sleeve shirt. We're not going with any kind of Cry Combat hoodie or whatever. We're going with the long sleeve shirt. Now, I'm not really going to hate you if you want to put it in the 13-15, Roger. I'm going, obviously, with the 10-15, but I'm not even going to hate you if you put it in all red, Roger. So, what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and put it in 10-15, stripe 1. Again, you can go with 13 or the all red, but we got to have some kind of red resemblance firefighting. Let's go. You're going to be put that, once again, in the 10-15. Best. Today we're going with the Mole. Why would we go with any other? We could actually go with none, but that doesn't make a fucking lick of sense, because believe it or not, smoke jumpers got to carry their equipment too, and they definitely wear a variant of the LCE. So we're going to go with the Mole harness, and we're going to put that in the 134 black. Pants, we're going with the Thermite C's. Now here's the thing, you're probably asking, Matrix, why aren't we doing the whole Thermite outfit, right? Because you're actually going to need that, in case I didn't mention. Now, you can, on the Recon build, you can actually, on the reconnaissance, again, which I've explained, a smoke jumper, basically you're more on a motorcycle or some kind of ATV, basically on land. Not that you don't go airborne or smoke jumping, but more so than not, this heavy smoker build, as stated a couple of times now, is more for more fire protection, and that's why you need the Thermite. So you're going to put those in the Thermite C. Now, again, don't put the Thermite top on. Thermite's actually a drilling type uniform. It's not necessarily used what we're using it for. However, seeing how I'm going to be role-playing more, we're going to go ahead and stick those in the Thermite pants, and that will get you to the plane and jumping. But where we're going with the Thermite shoes, I'm not going to hate you if you want to wear the combat boots or whatnot, but today we're going with the Thermite shoes. So go ahead and put those on. We're going to be role-playing that those are actually boots, and we're going to go with those. We're going with the Thermite boots, let's call it that. Ghillie suit, obviously none. That, my peeps, is going to be the close of today's fit. Accessories, let's go. Now with the eyewear, I'm not hating you, but for the heavy smoke jumper outfit today, uniform if you will, we're going to be using the Revision bullet ant goggles. Not hating you if you wear the ESS, but when we're equipped and we know we're going to be jumping right into the shit, we're going to be putting on either the Revision bullet ant goggles or the ESS ballistic goggles, which again, for a recon outfit, more of a recon smoke jumper outfit, we will not be equipping some of this stuff. So like I said, that build will be out later today or tomorrow. Now, the reason that I do like that camouflage, as you can see right there, it looks like we have a burn on our chest. And to me, that makes perfect sense, seeing how we are said smoke jumper. So go ahead. I'm going to be wearing the bullet ant goggles today. You got to wear some type, but I will be wearing the bullet ant and putting those in the 1.7. Face wear, we're going with the Arty today. Now that is basically, you can wear a mask. By all means, you can wear a mask. However, you got to have something under that mask. And basically, this is our face guard here, neoprene, and we're going to be putting that in the 1334 sandstone. Headwear today, if you haven't unlocked it, I think it cost you about 780 creds. Go ahead and unlock the miner helmet, because really you can't role play with me as any kind of firefighter, forest firefighter, smoke jumper if you will, without having this bad boy. It just fits the build too much. You're going to equip that in red, even though it looks pink. It actually, once it's in game, it actually looks pretty fucking hood. It looks like a scored, charred type helmet. And even though it's made for miners, what the hell, it looks great on our smoke jumper today. So make sure you go ahead and equip that package, about 780 creds. Go ahead and get that and stick it in the 7.8 red. Headsets, of course, we're going with the earpiece, because if we went with anything else, we'd be wearing a skull cap instead. So get the earpiece on, put it in the 1.6 black. Handwear, again, for the heavy smoke build today, smoke jumper build today, of course, we need something thick.
That's what she said.
And with a little bit of flame retardant, and that would be the thermite gloves. So go ahead and equip those today, and you soon shall be hitting the plane. Let's freaking go. Rucksacks today, backpacks, book bag. If you're a cupcake ass motherfucker, today we're going to be wearing the thermite rucksack Alice pack, if you will. It really, again, a couple of things about this build just stand out to me, and the rucksack would be one. I just think this build is really coming into its own. So go ahead and equip that in the thermite. Again, patches, of course, we're only going to see one. Why won't it be the Romeo 9? That's our unit patch, no matter what we are actually role-playing on. And today we're going with a Let's Roll, and you know why? Because let's roll, my peeps. And that today is going to be the smoke jumper fit, if you will, outfit, uniform, whatever you want to call it. That's the protocol. That's the SOP for the uniform. Let's get on with the weapons, shall we? Okay, weapons. Now, for the heavy smoke jumper, I must tell you, that we could be carrying crazy shit. But not only does it really look good once you're in game carrying these SMGs, it actually gives you a lot more mobility when you're trying to jump or when you're going off the base camp, or correction, a base jump or whatnot. So you want to keep it small today. On the reconnaissance smoke jumper build, there's a few more options, but for today, if you want to stay with this build, the smoke jumper build, this is the fit. Okay, with that being said, go ahead, equip the MP5 as your primary. We'll go through it real quick. Paint presets, of course, we're just going to keep it at black. Parts, we're going with the folded buttstock. Again, the whole point of carrying two SMGs is for the compactness of the build. Also, the mobility of the build, because trust me, when you're rock climbing and doing all that kind of stuff that we're going to do as who-ass smoke jumpers, you're not going to want big, heavy, cumbersome weapons. I said cumbersome, didn't I? Hey, cumbersome weapons on your back. So, for that reason, we'll be putting it in the folded buttstock today, keeping it in the black. Scope, we're going with the stock iron sights, again, for the reason just stated. And you'll be putting that in the 1-2 black. You better get your aim on with this build. Trigger, of course, full auto semi. Magazine, we're going with the extended 30. I ain't hating you if you roll with the 20 because it even makes it look that much more compact. However, and slender as far as once you get in the field with this fit. However, you know, we need some rounds to throw at fucking Uncle Charlie in case he comes up. Again, you will be jumping with operators, especially when you're in the heavy smoke jump and you know that you're going to be out putting fires. You will jump usually with a team of special operations, hitting pipe swinging motherfuckers, if you will. There's usually a team for every 3 or 4 smoke jumpers. So let's go ahead and put that in the 30-1-2 black. Under barrel, today I'm really not hating you at all if you want to go with the rail cover, but we're going to go ahead and we'll throw the AVG. It's really, to me, it just, you really can't go without it because you got to have some kind of handling accuracy. And go ahead and slip that in the 2-2 gray. Rail cover, that's exactly what we're staying with. We're going to stay with the rail cover. We don't need all the fucking bells and whistles because, again, our primary focus is putting out freaking forest fires in the country of Bolivia. And we're going to be putting that in the 1-2 black. Barrel, we're going with the standard barrel today, again, for all the above mentioned reasons, and you're going to be putting that in the black. Muzzle, we're going to keep with the stock muzzle. However, make sure your suppressor is equipped in the gray. You heard me, in the gray. Stock muzzle equipped and put in the 2-2 gray as well, I believe. Let me check that. Yes, indeed. We're going to throw that in the gray, and that's basically what we're going to be carrying as our primary, the good old MP5. And trust me, I'm not hating you if you want to go with the P90. However, just from what I've been able to tell, unless you want to equip the P90 as your primary and then equip another P90, which if you even have it open or not, there's actually another one that you can equip in here if I can find it while I'm still talking. So I'm going to keep talking until, yeah. And then your secondary, you can actually equip the P90 door kicker. So again, a couple of things you can do. You can run with dual P90s, but the reason that I'm running with the selection that I made is if you put one P90 on and say one MP5, then it's really kind of looking retarded on your back to each side of your rucksack. And that's really why I'm not going. If I was going with the P20, I'd have to pull and load 2 P90s, and I just don't want to do that. So go ahead, equip the primary and P5, dress it out just the way I did, and you too shall be on the plane soon. Secondary, today, yes, we're going to go ahead and go with the MPX. Neat. First time we carried this weapon, and let me tell you, this is a badass weapon. As a matter of fact, if you do happen to have the other MPX opened, which it comes with the scout pack if you want to spend the money on that, I would actually be carrying twin MPXs because this is that badass of a weapon, and I can't really believe, actually I can believe, that we've never carried it before. However, actually opened another MPX right there, the MPX Traveler, again with the Scout, and I would highly recommend you carrying dual MPXs than dual P90s. That's just my personal opinion. I really like how it looks lightweight. It almost looks like you're not carrying anything when you're carrying the MPX R variant. So with that being said, go ahead and equip that MPX Go ahead and see what kind of paint presets. Of course, we're going with black. Why wouldn't we? Nothing special about us except that we put out motherfucking forest fires. Let's fucking go. Parts. Okay, today, again, we're going to be going with the folded buckstock. Now, I'm not sure if the MPX Traveler comes with the folded or the extended. I would venture to say it comes with the extended, but either way, I would definitely carry both of these MPXs and put that in the 1-2 black. Woo! Almost burnt. Scope, you're going to be going with the stock iron sights again today. And we don't carry sights with this heavy smoke jumper build today. So roger that, hua. Again, if you're not used to firing with the iron sights, you need to go ahead and scope in and practice just a little bit before you go out. But again, we're not really supposed to engage. We're the heavy smoke jumpers. It's our job to put out the fucking fires. That's for the special operations pipe hitters that we have to handle the enemies. But this is last resort, so go ahead, equip it in the 1-2 black. Trigger, full auto semi, magazine, we're going with the 20. We're not even going with the 30. I think it extends a little too far out. So today, we'll be putting it in the 1-2 black. In the 20, I don't want to see any new cheaters out there putting in 30. Again, the last thing we want to do is open up with the enemies. That's why we got the pipe swingers with us. Under barrel, we're going to keep it clean with a rail cover. We're going to be putting that in the gray. Standard barrel, again, in the black. We're going with the standard, not the long, for all the above reasons that I have mentioned. So go ahead, put it in the 1-2 black in the standard barrel, and you too will be getting on the plane soon. Muzzle, again, suppressor, don't equip it. Make sure that it's stressed out in the black, then equip the stock muzzle in the 1-2 black as well. And that, to me, is like the perfect little LNG for this build. I didn't say the perfect LNG because you guys know I'm a big fan of the MP5. However, this MPX is a bad motherfucker as well. I've never really fired one, but I'm telling you, it looks badass. I've talked to people that have fired it in real life, and they said it was badass. And the only reason we haven't used it is because we hadn't had a unit that actually carries it. So, with that being said, that is our primary and secondary. Now, for the handgun, I know what you're saying. Matrix, you're not carrying the M1911, and this is why. My peeps, the M9 actually comes with Dayglow sights, the Trick-on sights, and it's got 14 and one in the pipe. So you got 15 rounds, and to me, that is an ample amount of rounds, and that is the game breaker right there. I'm really liking the Dayglow Trick-on sights, which I actually have in real life on my fucking 45 Commander. However, this game doesn't have them, and the more I shoot this, the more I'm liking those sights. So that's what we're going to go with today. We'll go ahead, break it down for you. Paint presets, we're going to throw it in the black. Parts, magazine, we're only going with the standard, of course. Put that in the gray. Rail cover, keep it clean. 1-2 black. Barrel, standard barrel, put that in the gray. Stock muzzle, go ahead and equip the suppressor. Have that in the black. But as stated several times, just go ahead, equip the stock muzzle in the black. Switch to the suppressor as what? As needed on mission, which isn't going to be that much as a smoke jumper. Rest, my peeps, is actually up to you. Medic drone, of course, I'll be carrying that. Frag grenades, I'll definitely carry a couple of those. And the diversion lure. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to let you carry 3 when you're a smoke jumper, so you'll carry your flares too, even though they don't work worth a fuck in the game. And with that being said, my peeps, I just wanted to say one more thing, which is, I know that a lot of YouTubers say stay positive every day and good things will happen and everything, but I gotta tell you, in my opinion, real life is a motherfucking grind. All I ask you to do is just keep fighting. Just keep fighting every day of the week, yeah? Because it can only get better. I know sometimes you think that it can never get worse than it possibly is at this moment, but trust me, it can, and it probably will sometimes during your life. However, just remember to stay hua and fight every single day, and you will be happy, my peeps. I promise. So my peeps, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's build. I hope it was interesting. It was definitely something that I plan on doing a little more of. And I hope you had an amazing day today. I hope tomorrow's amazing. I hope yesterday was amazing. And you know what to do. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and snipe that sub. It really helped me out, and it helped the channel out. And go ahead and snipe the like, snipe the sub, because my peeps, that's how we roll.
way I'll be happy is getting signed to a label and making money through rapping. I wanna share my emotion because this world is attacking the very principle of life that lets the people be happy. If you don't have a reason to breathe, why even live? These battle scars are impressions of everything that it is.